Green flag lap, so we'll quickly go into the grid. 53 then. Ben Wheatley on pole position. He is the 135 championship leader. At the moment he's had 5 wins, plus the win yesterday. So 6 wins to his name so far this season. So Ben Wheatley in his 135 there on the front row of the grid, pole position. Alongside him, Richard Groom, who was second to Ben yesterday. He's had 3 wins to his name so far this season. He is second in the championship. Now I'm just getting a message coming through now that actually Ben Wheatley will not be taking up his position on the front row. And we're not too sure why, but yeah, it could be coming through now. We're getting messages through to tell us exactly, and we may get a reason why. But yeah, Ben Wheatley will not be on pole position. Engine problems may start from the pit lane if he gets it quickly sorted. Yeah, that's what we've got. So Ben, hopefully you can sort your car out quickly enough in the pit lane there to start from the pit lane. So Richard Groom will be on that front row on his own. He started on the front yesterday, finished second overall to Ben. 3 wins to his name so far this season, second in the championship. Row 2 then, we've got Andrew Sager, car 119. Andrew finished 4th yesterday. He's 8th in the championship. So a good result today will help him creep up the order slightly. And alongside Andrew, we've got Giles Derry. Now Giles put on a cracking show yesterday in his number 77 car. He was 4th in the championship, but there was a lot of to-ing and fro-ing yesterday, and place changing in the top 4-5 quite often yesterday, and Giles Derry was in the thick of it. So keep an eye out for Giles in the 77, the all-green car, with a little bit of black trim. Row 3 then, we've got car 63, Neil Warnock, no not him, and John Vincent alongside car 18. They're on row 3. Neil finished 6th overall yesterday, just a couple of places ahead of John Vincent in 8th. So those two will regain their little battle. Now we've got Andrew Bergbaum in 7th on the grid. Now he failed to finish the race yesterday. Let's just see if he's took up his grid position today. Car 29, we'll have a quick look. He was a non-finisher yesterday. Should be on the 4th row of the grid. Red lights are on and very quickly away, so we'll have to check on the on Andrew's car if he's there or not the next time round. Alec Barney will be alongside him on that 4th row in 8th spot. Oh, we've got cars in the gravel trap already. We've got 1, 2, 3 at least. Oh, we've got 3 there, yeah. And through Hawthorne and down towards Tower, he's now leading the race from Groom, who could have used the advantage of the pole sitter not being there. But Groom is down into 2nd place. 3rd is Andrew Sager. Neil Warnock has moved up into 4th. A good start from him. Alec Barney as well, moving up 3 places up into 5th place. And it looks like we've lost, well, we know we've lost our pole sitter, Ben Wheatley. And I think we've lost Vincent, Bergbaum and O'Malley. I think those are the 3 in the gravel trap at Clairvaux. So we're under full course yellow safety car conditions. The race will... And in just 3 weeks' time, again, if you are a visitor here regular, it is the Croft Historic Race Weekend and Show, formerly known as the Croft Nostalgia Meeting. That is here in 3 weeks' time, Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd of September. Once again, we'll be back here that weekend. If you've been to the Nostalgia Meeting, a little bit of a change this year. and its new name, the Croft Historic Race Weekend and Show. Race on 256 points. Richard Groom on 252 points. 4 points in it. Ben Wheatley took the win yesterday ahead of Richard Groom. 30 points for a win, 28 points for a second. That would have meant Ben Wheatley would still be leading before this second race. Ben Wheatley will not be in this race, so Richard Groom has a chance to take the lead. Red light is on, and very quickly goes to green, and away they go. As I say, Richard Groom has a chance to top the leaderboard at the end of today's racing. Into Clairvaux, and not a particularly good start then, I don't think, for Richard Groom there. Everybody safely through the first right-hander at Clairvaux, into the very quick left-right. Oh, somebody's going to take the escape road there? No, manages to keep it on the track. On his last lap, took second yesterday. This, as I say, will put him ahead of Ben Wheatley, if possibly only briefly, in the championship lead. We've got one more race to come from the Caterham 135s later on. Hopefully Ben Wheatley can come back with the repaired car and battle it out once again with Richard Groom. So, Richard Groom leads. Giles Derry in that second spot. Graduates race then of the weekend, the third and final Sigma 135 race. We should have around 16, 17 cars. 16 I'm told, so again we may have lost one or two. Well, we did have a couple go off in race 2. Ben Wheatley on pole position once again. In fact, I think Ben was a non-starter, wasn't he, in race 1, and it looks like he may not be there as well this time. So, let's put a question mark against his name, and we'll wait until they come round and take up their grid positions. Giles Derry is on the front row then, car 77, who took second place in race 2 and had a great battle up through the order, having initially led the race until the safety car came out and then red flag, which then necessitated a restart, and that of course put them all back on the grid in grid order, and well, he didn't lead from there, but he worked his way up and eventually finished in second place. So Giles Derry in the green Caterham, who has gone very well this weekend. The eventual winner then is on the second row. The eventual winner in race 2 is Richard Groom. He's on row 2 in third spot on the grid in this final race, with Neil Warnock alongside him, car 63, in fourth place. On the third row of the grid, fifth on the grid is 21, Lou Wakeman, and Andrew Sagar is alongside him, car 119. Andrew eventually took third place in the last race. Andrew Bergbaum and Thomas Gunter are on row 4. And Bergbaum in 29, Gunter in 163. Row 5, Adam Wakeman and Alec Barney. Adam in 22, Alec in 88. Alec finished 4th in the last race. Bit of work to do from 10th on the grid. John Vincent and Tom Power then on row 6. Tom Power being third in the championship, coming into Croft this weekend. On the next row we've got Mark Barrett and Paul Vokes, that's row 7. Barrett in 79, Vokes in 69. Row 8, Simon Nicholas in 27, and Andrew O'Malley, 41. They're on row 8, and in the final row should be David Poulter and Myerton Wood. But I think Myerton might not be there. Let's have a look. Car third, 174 is there. David Poulter. 13 Myerton Wood is there. 27 is there. 41 is not. That's Andrew O'Malley. So Andrew Malley is not there. And I believe Ben Wheatley. I think he is there. So we've got another gap, I think, a little further back. 70, yes. Oh, John Vincent might not be there. Right, away they go as the lights go green, heading down towards Clairvaux then in this first lap. 20-minute race once again, heading down towards Clairvaux, and I think that could be Giles Derry in the lead in the green Caterham as they go into Hawthorne for the very first time. Yeah, exiting out of Hawthorne then. This is going to be another battle. Oh, side by side, absolutely neck and neck as they go down into the Tower Bend. Giles has to just give way